This conference will now be recorded.
Ramaswamy, could you able to hear me, Ramaswamy?
Yes, I am able to see your window.
Okay, Ramaswamy. So, Ramna is your trainer. I request you to please give you a brief introduction.
Yeah, Naveen, please. My name is Ramesh. So the name is displaying as Ramana. Please correct.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fine,
Yeah,
that's it.
please carry on. Yeah,
Yeah,
Naveen,
go ahead,
please.
Ramaswamy. Yeah.
So may I start? May I start, Naveen?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So first of all, I would like to thank Naveen and Ramasamy, Satrujit for making this platform to interact to each other, to initiate the discussions about plant maintenance module in SAP. So this is Ramesh working as plant maintenance module consultant, and we have done multiple rollouts as well as multiple project implementations with mobile solutions as well. And we are conducting various training sessions to the people who are interested to have a gate open to SAP platform. So I would like to all the very best, and I hope we can have a pleasant journey and having a very good knowledge sharing sessions in future to make you understand the complete sessions and feel good, like you will get a more confident with respect to the SAP system, which will be more helpful for your future and yours. Okay, so this is from my side. So could you please introduce yourself, Sutrajit and Ramasamy?
Yes, Ramesh. So this is Ramaswamy. So I am working in Tata Consultant Service. So I have a background I am a pure electrical engineer with the electrical domain knowledge of around 14 years. So I was experienced in the oil and gas industry.
Okay,
So I from long back I have used the tool ERP. So my concern is so they are upgrading the system to SAP. So that
mm,
is the main motto of my training to get more knowledge on SAP plant maintenance.
great. Okay, fine. Satrajit?
Yes, this is Satrujit. Uh, I am working right now in a steel plant as a electrical maintenance engineer.
Okay.
My main is I am going to switch over to SAP or IT so that
Okay.
I have to gain the knowledge in SAP PM implementation
Mm.
like that.
Okay, sir. Perfect. Fine. So just I'm presenting the PPT which we have prepared to demonstrate you about the SAP plant maintenance module. Okay. I will make you to go through each and every slide and let me know wherever you need some inputs or some clarification is required. Since it is a very initial session, we are going to give some briefing about the SAP PM module. In upcoming classes, we are going to talk about in deep level about each and every individual topics in this which are presenting in this slide. Okay, so I'm moving to the next slide. Yeah. Naveen, do you have control with this? Hello, Naveen.
Yeah, Ramesh, tell me.
Yeah, I'm not able to move to the next slide. Do you have control with this?
No, I don't have control. You need to. I guess you have changed the slide now. I can able to see the different slide.
Yeah, now I have. Yes. Now I just modified it. Yeah. So this is the main. I mean, the agenda of this session. What we are going to talk about in this session. Okay. So the agenda for this session is we are going to introduce each other. Just we have done it. And the second point is about the training content. That means what kind of topics we are going to talk about or we are going to discuss about in future days. And what is the overview of the training we are going to discuss, and about the documentation which we are going to provide to you through video classes or video online access to practice SAP system, which we have done explanation in SAP classes time. Also, what kind of methodology we are going to follow, that might be to complete this training sessions. It might be weekly or only weekends or class timings. How we are going to do that point we are going to talk. Okay, just I move to the next slide. How can I minimize this, Naveen? Yeah. So this is the training content. Okay, so what we are going to have in this training content is I'm going to talk about introduction to SAP system, how to navigate in SAP system, SAP S4HANA plant maintenance overview, organizational structure, master data, regular maintenance, breakdown maintenance, preventive maintenance, refurbishment of spare parts. That means, for example, if any motor fails, it might be a bearing or it might be a shaft or any other part of the equipment which can be repaired and reusable in the machinery. Similarly, next point is test equipment management and integration with other modules, because in SAP system we have multiple modules like SAP plant maintenance module. We are also having material management, we are also having production planning, we have finance and control, sales and distribution, and so many. So how our plant maintenance module is going to interact or going to have a close integration with other modules to bring the maximum functionalities into the picture. That is the main agenda of integration with other modules. And reports in plant maintenance module. So what kind of reports we have in PM? It might be standard or how to develop G reports. Okay, that kind of information will be shared in upcoming classes. And finally, about the configuration to run these entire scenarios in your SAP system, the configuration is heart of the system. If you do well about the configuration, the more well you can run the scenarios in a smooth manner to run your system more efficiently. Any questions, Sutrajit or Ramaswamy? Is it fine?
Oh, this is
Yes.
configuration means integration part, na?
No. Configuration is different and integration is different, sir. See, configuration means, for
Okay.
example, like your mobile device. Whenever you are purchasing a
Okay.
new mobile device, you are configuring, like you are selecting which SIM card you want to use, SIM 1 or SIM 2. Okay.
Okay.
Similarly,
Okay. Okay.
which network you want to activate, at the same time which user you want to block. This and all you can make your own settings. Similarly, in SAP
Okay.
system also, for preventive maintenance, what is the order? For breakdown, what is the order type? That kind of settings
Hmm.
we have to do. That is nothing but configuration, sir. But while coming
Okay.
to
Okay.
integration, you are a plant maintenance person, but while doing repairing of a machinery, you need a spare part. Spare part means nothing but a material. So this material related information will be in hands of material management consultant. Okay, so this is the part where you have an integration between PM, plant maintenance, and MM, material management.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm moving to the next slide.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So here we defined what is the organization structure in plant maintenance. Plant maintenance. That means basically in plant maintenance module we are having planning plant, maintenance plant, and planner groups. Okay. So planning plant means what? What is the difference between planning plant and maintenance plant and planner groups? Now we are going to talk about. Planning plant means we are doing different kind of maintenance activities with respect to our maintenance, correct? For example, every monthly once you have to check a generator, or you have to check the transformer condition, or you have to check various other electrical related equipments. Okay, so you are going to execute these operations on monthly basis. Let me say these activities you are preparing by yourself within a plant. Okay, then where you are discussing about, or where you are preparing the plan about these activities, which is called planning plan. That means wherever you are planning the activities, for example, you have plant A and plant B, you are doing maintenance activities in plant B, but what are the maintenance activity you have to do in plant B? You are planning in plant A. Okay, in such case, plant A is planning plant, plant B is maintenance plant. Hope you got my point, sir.
Yes,
Hello,
yes,
Ranjanjit?
yes, Ramesh.
Okay, perfect. Right. So the next one is planner groups. So before going to planner group, I want to tell one more point also. The maintenance plant can also be a planning plant, because in practical scenarios, most of the time, wherever you are executing the maintenance operations, in the same plant, we will do planning also. Okay. So many of the cases, planning plant becomes maintenance plant, or maintenance plant become planning plant. Okay, and planner groups, these are the list of, or a group of people who going to execute these operations on individual machineries. For example, in your maintenance crew, you might have 3 members belongs to mechanical, 4 members belongs to electrical, and 2 more people belongs to instrumentation. So we can define these set of people as a group, which is nothing but planner groups. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, Ramesh. Yes.
Yeah, I'm moving to the next slide, sir. Yeah. So this is about master data and technical objects. Okay. So you can see in the center of the screen, you can see the technical objects. What is a technical object? Technical object means this is a object on which we are performing regular maintenance activity, or unplanned activity, or the activity which we have predefined on time basis. That is nothing but a technical object. In a single sentence, I would say technical object means it might be a generator, or it might be a utility equipment, or it might be a production equipment, or any kind of equipment within your plant on which you are doing maintenance activity. Okay, what kind of activities we are going to do, and how it has an integration, or it has a relationship with other kind of objects, let us see here. if this technical object, let me consider it as a generator. Okay, technical object example is generator. This generator is basically, we will call it as equipment in terms of SAP. That is why we mentioned it here as equipment. This equipment will install in a location within your plant. Okay, your plant is consisting of various locations, or your plant will be splitted into different locations. So each of the location can be considered as functional location. In this one of the functional location, your equipment will get installed. Hope you are getting my point, sir.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now this particular equipment or functional location or a technical object will consisting of bill of material. That means, for example, I have a fan. This fan is made up of 3 wings and bearing and a small motor. So the list of materials which I have utilized to construct or to build a ceiling fan, which is nothing but my bill of material. One second. Yeah. So I hope you understand about the bill of material. This is nothing but a list of material which were utilized to build a product. That is what bill of material. And then work centers. Work centers means these are the again group of people, or it might be a machine, or it might be a single resource who is executing the maintenance activities on your machineries. And then classes and characteristics, these two are interrelated. How we can define a classes means, for example, in your location you have 10 different set of equipments. Okay, instead of creating individual machineries or individual equipments, we can treat them as a class, generators class. Under this class, all of your generators, different types of generators will come and stay. Those generators have different characteristics that we will explain in upcoming days. And finally, about the task list. Task list is nothing but the list of operations which you are going to execute on your technical objects or machineries.
Ramesh, can you brief on the work centers? Ramesh, I think you are in mute.
Oh, sorry, sir. I was muted and speaking continuously. Very sorry.
Uh, uh,
Yeah. So I'm talking about the work centers. Work center means it might be a single resource or group of resources. At the same time, it might be a single machine or group of machineries. How it will be differentiated means we are having plant maintenance and production planning. When you can talk the work centers about resources perspective, that is related to plant maintenance. If you talk
okay,
with respect to the machineries, it is related to production planning, sir.
okay, okay,
So whenever you create a maintenance order, you can assign the resource to the operation as a work center. For
Okay.
example, I have to change my bearing. Okay. So what I will do, I will create a work center with naming convention of Ramesh, or I can create a work center with Ram at the same time Satrujit. For example,
Okay.
Satrujit is going to repair the machinery. What I will do, I will enter an operation, change the bearing of the generator. In that,
Okay.
against each operation wise, there is a work center field. I'm going to show you in upcoming classes. That
Okay.
work center can be changed to Satrujit name, because I will create a work center for Satrujit.
Okay.
That means in future, whenever you see the report, you can understand who has done this operation on this machinery. The report will display you changing the bearing of generator. It was done by Satrajit on 2nd of July 2022 morning 9 a.m. This
Okay.
is the information you can see on the report. This is the purpose of work centers in plant
Okay.
maintenance.
Okay.
Yeah. May I move on?
Yes, 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 Ramesh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. No, while changing the slide on, I'm facing some issue. I don't know why. Fine. Anyway. Fine, sir. And here I would like to explain a basic process with respect to the plant maintenance module. I'm taking an example of breakdown of a generic machine. Okay. For example, there is a machine which is running in my factory. That machine is breakdown suddenly. We don't know what is the reason. In such case, what is the process flow we have to follow in SAP system? I just briefed in here. So usually before going to this flow chart, I would like to give 1 minute explanation which you are doing at your locations usually. Whenever there is a breakdown, what the first step we are going to take up, the respective supervisor or the technician or the production team member will intimate to maintenance department. Correct? I am a production team
Right.
member. My maintenance department sitting in somewhere, or they are working in some other location. First, my production team member will call to the maintenance department. Okay. Then maintenance team member will come to my equipment or my generator. He will switch off the generator and he will verify what is the problem. And he noticed that shaft has been bent down because of overheat. Okay. Now he decided we have to replace the shaft. Correct. Then what we do? We
Yes.
will switch off the generator. We will open the generator. We will remove the shaft. Then from the store's location, same shaft, same size, same specifications, we have to bring that material from stores and we have to replace with the failed part. Then we will test the machine and we will hand, if everything is okay, we will hand it over to production department to run the production. This is the process we do in our plants. Am I correct?
Yes, yes,
Yes. Yes.
Ramesh.
Right. So now the same process can we do in SAP? Is it possible? Yes, pretty possible. The same functionalities we can do in SAP system as well. So, but only the naming conventions will get vary. Okay. So here, whenever breakdown happened in the machinery, first we are creating a notification. This is the first step where you can initiate the process. This notification is nothing but maintenance breakdown request. Okay, that means this notification will be reviewed by your maintenance team members, and those people will react to your notification. Okay, so first point is notification creation. Second point, check notification, create work order, release work order. These things will be carried out by maintenance department. Okay, then it will go for approval of supervisor and the supervisor will approve. You can also take the printout of the work order also in SAP on paper. You can take the approval. Then if any materials required, get the materials from warehouse or storage location, then execute the work on the machinery physically. Okay, it might be replacing the bearing or change the shaft, whatever it might be, you do physically. Once you completed, you can confirm the operations and you can do technical completion. Okay, this and all we can do in SAP system. I would like to show you these screens in the upcoming classes. Once you've done the technical completion, for example, you have modified a bearing and a shaft, and this cost is 10,000 rupees you spent on the generator. Okay, where this 10,000 has to show in account books. It will be taken care during settlement time or during month close time. The finance team will settle the cost to the respective cost centers in the work order. I'm going to explain these concepts in upcoming classes. Once the settlement is done, your maintenance cost will be settled to the respective equipment cost centers. Okay, so it will be taken care of by finance team. It is not part of maintenance. So this is how you can do all these steps in your SAP also, and you can see the reports on which date, on which equipment, how many hours breakdown happened, who attended the breakdown, and how much time they spent on each and every operation completion. All these can be reviewed in your reports with respect to SAP. Okay, any questions in this, sir, or any clarification?
No.
No, it is okay. Okay.
Good. Okay, I'm moving on.
Also the opportunity.
Yeah, and the next one is about refurbishment process. So what we are going to talk about refurbishment process means, see, whenever you are using certain spare parts, for example, some of the spare parts has been failed in your machine, okay, and you noticed that it's a failure part, but if we do some minimal corrections in the spare part, again utilize it in upcoming days or in future. So such kind of sessions will come as refurbishment of the spare parts. This is one process we have in SAP where you can repair your spare parts and you can reutilize it in future requirement purpose. Okay, and about the test equipment management. So while coming to test equipment management, this is specifically talk about the calibration process of the machineries. Okay, you might have a masterpiece of equipment which will give the accurate or reference readings. Based on the reference readings, you can test your existing equipments, okay, or child equipments, and compare the readings. You can see on this bottom screen. Okay, ultrasonic testing machine. So here you can, this kind of machines you can calibrate. If the values are as per the predefined values, you can pass the equipment, otherwise we can repair the equipment to make it work properly. This is about a calibration process. And apart from this, we are having various reports. It might be master data related reports, like how many equipments you have in the plant, or how many functional locations you have in the plant, or each location wise, like in your utility, in your production, in your admin, or any of the plant location, each location wise how many equipment you have. This kind of reports we have in SAP system. At the same time, we are also having analytical reports in S4, and transactional data reports also we have in S4HANA system. Okay, and now I am talking about S4HANA topics. That means, what is the difference between this regular ECC system and S4HANA system? How can we differentiate S4HANA, or how it will be helpful for us when we are using Fiori applications? And how to migrate the data or how to upload the data by using different tools. This all can be explained in S4HANA special topics. which are additional topics which I'm going to talk about, which will be clearly tell about different kind of masters upload, like you have to upload equipments, functional locations, and all other kind of master data into system. And these are the integration parts. We are having integration, as I told you, we are having integration with the different modules like inventory management, production, purchasing, finance. Okay, how and where it will interact with the plant maintenance module, we are going to talk. And these are all additional documentation part, like for example, if it is a certification, what kind of files we have to review, or what kind of documentation we have to review, and how to review the process flow charts, what I have explained about breakdown maintenance, right? In the same way, you have flow chart for other processes also. So how to review them, we are going to tell about the step by step with screenshots. And configuration, that means if you are creating a notification, you can see various fields on screen, how these screens fields are coming to front end. That means what kind of settings we have to do in the system to bring these additional fields, or to bring these fields to the screen. That can be explained in the configuration documents part. And finally, we can talk about some press books, or if you have any clarifications in the documentation part, you can go through and you can approach us for any kind of clarification. So this is how we are going to provide our support to understand the concepts completely. So this is about from my side for today's session. So please let me know if you have any queries or if you need any clarifications. Hello?
Ramesh, there will
Yes.
be any hands-on training?
Yeah, there is 100%, sir. We will provide user ID and password to you. Okay, and you can log in, and you can, what are the things I am explaining to you, you can also practice in your system, or Naveen will help you to provide the remote connectivity to get a hands-on experience on this, sir.
Yes, yes. It will be a latest S4HANA 2021 version. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Ram or Satyajit or Naveen, is it fine? I hope you understand my way of explanation, team.
Yeah, it is good.
Yeah. If you have any questions, we can talk, or Naveen, you can share what is the upcoming steps and how can move forward to continue our discussions.
Yeah. I'll update them the schedule in the offline, Ramesh. Okay. I'll update them like Ramaswamy and Sessis. If you have any technical queries
Sure,
after
Naveen.
Peter, you can question him. Okay.
Yeah. So Satrajit and Ram, if you have any questions, we can talk. Otherwise, we can round up for today.
Yes,
Yeah,
we are
Please
okay.
share
clear.
your feedback.
Sure,
Please provide your feedback, which is very important for us.
sure.
Yes, yes.
So basically, how do you feel, Ram and Satrajit?
No,
Yeah, it is okay. No issue.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Please, sir. Naveen, you
yes.
are saying something?
Ramesh, it was fine, Ramesh. I think so. We are doing the same process, but there was some some technical words you are using to map that. So if you say no,
Correct.
the maintenance process, no, we will do the maintenance as per the breakdown, or as per the list what we have. So you are giving
Right.
the name for everything and making it as an aligned one.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Fine,
Yeah.
fine. We are okay with the presentation, and it was very nice, Ramesh.
Thank you. So, Naveen, I think you can have a offline discussion with our team members, and you can get back to us. Accordingly, we can plan the timings, and we can freeze timings, and we can move on, sir.
Sure, Ramesh. Okay, we'll do that. Okay?
So,
Yeah.
Ram
Thanks.
and Satyajit, which time is comfortable for you? Is it fine daily 1 hour, or weekdays or weekends? Which is better for you, sir?
Da daily 1 hour means which timing?
That you should tell. It always good if we connect morning, no, before reach to office. That will be really helpful for all of
No,
us.
actually, my office is 8 o'clock. If it is
Okay.
better in the evening or better in the evening or weekend.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm preferring for a weekend.
Yeah,
I think
Ramesh, let's do one thing. Let's follow the same timings or half an hour before, like weekends, okay? So it's we can have 2 2 hour session, okay?
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Naveen, in such case, it is looks like we all should be on the same page if we choose weekend, sir, instead of
Yeah,
daily.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So are we good for the weekends, Ramesh?
yeah, that is fine for me. I don't have any problem, sir.
Yeah. Ramaswamy and Kshetrajit, like, are we good with the same timings in the weekends?
Yes, weekend is good.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes. I'm okay with the
Let's follow
weekend.
the same then, okay? Yeah.
This is also be helpful because if we have a sessions in the weekends, you can review the documents or you can practice during weekdays, and you can come up with the doubts and questions if you have anything. Then we can talk during the discussion of next week.
This is
That will be helpful to you.
yeah. This is better.
Yes, sir. Fine, Ram, Satrajit, and Naveen. So if that is the thing, we can wound up for today, and we can, according to Naveen's introduction, we can connect back again in coming weekend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Ramesh. Thank you all, okay?
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Naveen. Thanks, Ram and Satrajit. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.